We're going to officially get into the night. I told you I was just the traffic conductor. There are many more important people than I to speak. And first off, would you please welcome to the stage co-founder of the Dementia Research Community, Mr. Nick Young.
Oh, wow. Good evening. Thanks, Steph. Thanks for hosting tonight. It's my absolute pleasure to be standing here on behalf of our charity, speaking to you. It's really great to see you all. We know that the cost of living is a bit tough at the moment, so we appreciate your attendance. I know that it's hard to spend some cash and come and have a great dinner, but we really appreciate your attendance, and we hope to make it worthwhile and valuable for you all. 2 years ago, we commissioned an artwork with Wiradjuri artist Brett Groves, and we did that because it was really important to us to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, and you'll see that artwork on the screen. Brett is there on the left, and he did a smoking ceremony to unveil the artwork, and he told us that the road and the path and the circles were kind of like the monuments and the locations that we visit on our rides or on our events, and they were kind of inspired to him by echidna quills. They just happen to look like bicycle wheels as well, so it's great. And the message stick there that you can see was traditionally used by the clans just travelling from country to country as they approached another community to say, hey, we're here in good faith and good peace. And we incorporate this artwork onto our cycling jerseys because it's really important to us to acknowledge the traditional owners, but also we pass through communities and we have a message, and our message is to raise awareness for dementia. So I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the lands of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, especially here on Tumbalong Park and Tumbalong land where we meet tonight. So I pay my respects to the elders and to anyone here present. A lot of thank yous, but I'll try and get through them really quickly. Major partners, Wilson Asset Management and to Oni Group, thanks so much for supporting our charity for a long time, and hopefully we can continue to build this relationship. And to all our Platinum Table partners, thanks so much for being here tonight. We really appreciate it. To our Gala Dinner Committee, to Dan Finane, Amanda Burdett, Beth Roberts and Rich Heaton, thanks so much for your efforts to make tonight look great. And also to our broader executive committee. I won't name them all, but we work tirelessly donating our time to make sure that our charity continues to grow, move forward and deliver on our objectives. So thank you so much to our executive committee as well. I'd also like to thank my wife Sarah and my daughter Isabel, who's at home, for supporting my passion for this. My mum and my brother are over there, so is my uncle, and although I'm here standing talking to you on behalf of the charity, it's my whole family that does this. So, thank you. We began in 2016 with the Bondi to Berry ride, myself, because my dad was diagnosed with dementia, and soon after, co-founder Pierre Sullivan's mum was diagnosed with dementia. And we had a chat, and we're like, hey, we need to do something. And we were riding our bikes, and we said, let's do a bike ride. And we got together 40 people in 2016 to ride our bikes from Bondi Beach to Berry. And that was great. It was awesome. But it was the reason, our why, when we started to communicate that, was spread throughout the community. And it was surprising how many people we knew for so many years that came up to us and said, my dad has dementia, my mum has dementia, my auntie passed away from dementia, my grandpa has dementia. And we'd been riding and running and socialising with these friends for so many years, but we'd never spoken about that. And I didn't know that their parents had dementia. And they equally didn't know my dad had dementia. And I think it was that moment there that I was like, we're onto something. This is really important, and we're going to grow this, and we're going to make a difference. So 9 years on, we're here. And Bondi to Berry's got over 180 riders. We've got 40 volunteer crew on event day. We've ridden to Brighton Beach in Melbourne. We've ridden around the Blue Mountains. We've most recently ridden to the Barossa Valley. We've joined forces with various community groups like the Sydney Harbour Splash, thank you Reedy, to raise awareness and to fundraise for a cure for dementia. We do school visits, we do lunch and learns with corporate partners, and we're here to spread the message that dementia is real, it's not a normal part of ageing, and we need to do something about it. Thank you. So we started off with Bondi Berry, but last year in 2023 we rebranded. And it was really important to us to find a name that people could kind of associate with not just our events. And so we renamed ourselves as the Dementia Research Community. And for a number of reasons, we deliver events, but it's not just us delivering events. We've got a huge range of people. We've got riders, volunteers, supporters, donors. We've got sponsors, we've got event partners. And every one of us and you are involved to deliver our events. And we're all part of a community. And the second reason, which is equally important to us, was we wanted people to look at the name or see the name and go, I know what that is. And know what we're doing and know what our why was. And it's pretty simple. We're a voluntary committee. We fundraise and we fund research and we want to end dementia. And so we've got the Dementia Research Community. And you're all part of the community, you know. Tough. So I just want to ask you to please, if you can, if you're on socials or website, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Jump on our newsletter. We're not going to spam you. We're just going to give you some information about dementia, about our events, like this great event here as well. Now, we know dementia isn't an easy topic to talk about. I know many of you in the room have a personal connection to dementia, whether that's present with a loved one or a friend or a family member who's currently diagnosed, or in the past, sadly, with someone who's passed away. We know dementia is not a topic you chat about it over dinner, but I encourage you to chat about it over dinner tonight. It's not something you chit-chat about with your work friends or work colleagues, but we're hoping to change that. But we know how hard it is. So everyone on our committee and everyone over at Dementia Australia are here to chat, to help, to talk. And if you ever want to chat or talk, email us, call me. I'm happy to talk to anyone at any time. So, what's coming up for our charity? Well, we're at 9 years, and so November we'll have the ninth Bondi to Berry ride in November. That'll be on the 16th of November. Reg will open early May for all the cyclists in the room, but anyone who wants to volunteer and join us. We are going to launch that, the Bondi to Byron ride in March 2025. So that'll be a 6-day ride over about 1,100, 1,200 kilometres. I know for you crazy folks in the room that really are excited about that, come on board. We're going to do it. It's going to be fun. And then we're going to throw a killer 10-year anniversary party. So that's what's happening for our 10-year anniversary. And I'll just wrap up by just going back a step and just emphasising that we're a voluntary committee. So we've got obviously our team that helped tonight. We've got our executive committee, but we also last year set up a fundraising and research committee. And for us, that's really important because we can stay on top of research and current ideas and projects. And because we're a voluntary committee, that means 100% or close to 100% as we can of all fundraising goes directly to research. And for me, that's, as long as I can continue to do it, will be the objective. We don't need money to go anywhere else. We've got our valued partners, our valued Platinum Table partners like tonight. We've got our major sponsors, and we thank them from the bottom of our hearts to allow all fundraising, all the donations you make tonight, all the balloons you purchase, all the bids you bid on will go to research. We've raised over $1.5 million since 2016. We've funded 7 research projects, and tonight we're going to fund our 8th research project. And I'm definitely not qualified to talk about this. I can ride my bike till the cows come home. I can organise events. I can do everything, eat carbs to get me through 7 days to Byron Bay. But tonight, it gives me absolute great pleasure to invite Dr. Caitlin Finney to the stage, who's the senior postdoctoral researcher at the University of Sydney and is the latest beneficiary of funding from our charity, and she's going to tell you all about the research project that we are funding tonight.